Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Weston Boucher. I'm a full-time model out of Southern California, and the goal of my channel is to bring my experiences in the industry and help to improve your guys' quality of life, whether it's in the realm of health and fitness, grooming, personal style, travel, and more. I'd be super grateful if you click that subscribe button and turn on alerts, as with the growth of my channel, I'll be able to bring you guys more videos more often. Okay, so after many requests, today I'm going to talk about how to manscape like a pro and or body groom. I kind of hesitated on doing a video on this because initially I was just thinking like, how am I going to do this without it being graphic and just gross? But I sat down and I drew up an outline, and I realized there was actually a lot of stuff that I have learned over the years that have made doing this regular thing not such an ordeal, and how to do it well, and how to keep it from being a really painful experience. So yeah, here's what we're going to cover in this video. I'll break it down real quick and then we'll get in the thick of things. Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. I'm going to talk about how to minimize prep time, minimize cleanup, tell you the exact tools to use that are just game changers in this area. I'm going to tell you how to avoid getting painful nicks and cuts in those unmentionable areas. And I'm going to talk about the frequency and everything in between. All right, so why do I manscape, and why do guys have so many interests in this topic anyways? For me, I'm not a huge fan of body hair, if I'm honest. It just isn't aesthetically pleasing to me to have like crazy long hairy arms, and with the job I do, also just don't like the thought of being in front of a high definition camera with like a $25,000 light, like backlighting my hairy arms and legs during a shoot. But even before I started getting the modeling industry, I was actually body grooming already, just personal preference. And I also feel like once I got my tattoos, I didn't really want just hairs kind of growing out of my artwork, more or less. It just looked odd. And I just kind of got into the habit of it. I find that it's just cleaner, it's easier to shower and soap up, it's easier to moisturize after the shower. It's just less of a pain overall, and it's just, I feel like you're just cleaner and your skin feels good. So yeah, that's just my personal preference. Before you feel like trolling because you're passionate about body hair, just save yourself the time. Some people just like it, and if the video isn't for you, just move on. But if you are here and you want to know how to do it easier, I'm gonna help you out. All right, next let's talk about the tools you're gonna need to get the job done. First, you're gonna need just a small to medium sized hand towel, one oversized hand mirror, one back grooming tool, and then the most important one, the body trimming tool. This I cannot emphasize more. This is the most important piece of everything that's been the game changer. You need one that has a specific groin area attachment like this. So I'll go into more detail about this in a second. Okay, before I get too far along, I do want to say this disclaimer. None of the brands or products that I mentioned in this video paid me to make this video or say that I prefer said product. These are things that I personally chose and took the time to go through all the Amazon reviews, try myself over time, and they work so well for me that I can confidently relay that information to you guys and help you out. I will say that although the links in the description point to my Amazon shop, that does mean that I do get a percentage of everything purchased on my Amazon shop. But if you already shop on Amazon to begin with, then it'd be awesome if you help me out. I obviously can spend more time on my channel and videos based on how much the channel grows. So just want to be honest about that. Okay, so getting back to the trimmer. I don't know about you guys, but I have spent so much money over the years with every type of trimmer under the sun to try to figure out which one would work good for body grooming specifically. And it's been a long and painful road, if you know what I mean. But anyways, this is the first one that I've found that is like specifically designed for body grooming, and in addition, it addresses like the groin area and the nether regions that are really difficult to kind of take care of. So yeah, the thing with this is that it's just gonna save you so much time because it's ergonomically designed, meaning it's more of a wand style. Most trimmers, like, you kind of have to hold them like this, and it just is super difficult in my opinion. It takes so much more time, and it's like grueling on your back, and you're just like really in these awkward positions. And not only that, but they don't really cut through the hair like really well and quickly. They either catch or they overheat, or they're just not, like I said, they're just not designed to get in there without like nicking and giving you crazy cuts that are super painful. So I will say that I stand behind this one so much, and I just love it. It's just been a game changer. It saves me so much time. All right, so let's talk about how to minimize prep time and ultimately the cleanup time later. What I prefer to do is step into my shower when it hasn't been used, so it's not wet on the ground, it's dry to begin with. I strip down, I grab a little bit of toilet paper to just have just outside the shower. I bring the bathroom trash can next to outside the shower. I close the shower, or pull the drape over and grab my preferred trimmer, and then I get started. The reason that I found this is the best method is that you can do it outside the shower, but you gotta lay down towels and then shake them out or whatever. But I always find that like over the course of doing your whole body, like random hairs will float and fly, and they'll end up like on your sink top, and it just is a mess, and it just doesn't seem sanitary to me. So going in the shower kind of keeps it all really self-contained, and then at the very end you can take that toilet paper and you can just brush around the bottom of the shower, all the clippings at the bottom, get the majority of that hair and just bundled up, toss it just outside the shower in the trash can, and it's a really easy cleanup in comparison. Then you just turn on the shower, and that will rinse out just like the residual tiny hairs. It's not gonna clog your drain. Okay, so some of you guys might be watching and be like, bro, you don't even look hairy to begin with. It's like so easy for you, blah, blah, blah. No, I do have body hair. I don't have a crazy amount, but the thing is that it's the upkeep. I do it like every 2 to 3 weeks. So it's really like makes it so much easier. If I just let it get all overgrown, it's pretty long on my arms and legs. So I can be hairy to some degree on my arms and legs. So yeah, it's about the upkeep. It just makes it that much easier. So anyways, the first thing I do once I'm stripped down, I'm in the shower, is I start at the chest. It's just, you don't have to do it in a particular order, I guess. But first I take off the groin guard, and then that will expose like really small, I don't know, the way the trimmer is, it's like these really tiny teeth. So what's awesome about this one is that, even compared to ones I've used in my face, it gets it really close. I mean, it looks like I almost used a razor, which is amazing to me, but you also don't have like that super gnarly Velcro feeling of when it just is like really shorn. So I like this over like an actual traditional razor. So you're gonna have that off for the majority of what you're gonna do on your body. So again, no particular order, but I like to go over my chest and I go all the way down my stomach. Then I switch over to like my hands, wrists, and arms. I'll do a little bit just to brown the shape in the armpit hair. And then from there, I go down to my feet, and I make my way up each leg. I just put one foot up on the side of the shower, and then just kind of work my way up to the upper thighs. I get all around there. And then what I do is I just go outside kind of the like general groin area to just kind of like shape. I don't get in the crevices or anything like that. And then also like on your butt cheeks, like you just lift up one knee and you just kind of swoop underneath from the back, because you can't really see that well with that. And then from there, we end up going to the nether regions. All right, so this is where it gets kind of weird, but this is what I found works. If you got a better idea, definitely comment below. Always trying to refine and improve in all areas. You're gonna wanna grab the oversized hand mirror and just lay that on the ground in the shower, just underneath you. And then from there, you are obviously gonna squat down, and that's gonna give you a full view so you can get in there and get that whole undercarriage nice and groomed. What you're gonna wanna do though is take the body trimming tool and then pop on the groin guard. Again, if you don't have this specific one, it's gonna be challenging. Like, you're gonna risk all the nicks and cuts I talked about before. So, take the time, get a good body trimmer. It doesn't have to be this one, like I said, but I do think this one's just perfectly designed for this. Because what it does, it has like a rounded guard on it, and you can just go to town on every spot, and it doesn't nick. It's almost like impossible. and it gets really close, surprisingly. So that's what I do for that area, and I get it all taken care of. Pick up the mirror, shake it off, you know the deal. Last but not least, we're gonna get that really annoying back hair. Really hard to reach usually, but with a back trimming tool, it's actually super easy. This particular one expands out, and it is cordless. I find that using cordless all the way around is the best way to go, especially if you're gonna end up in the shower. You don't wanna have a freaking extension cord. It's just like an ordeal. So yeah, you're just gonna go over your whole back area from side to side, you know, right hand, left hand, underneath, to get the lower back, and this works really well. Just be a little bit careful with it, because the teeth can lightly scrape you. I did it in a video when I was filming because I was just rushing it and being reckless. But if you're careful and you're just going really slow, you'll be fine. You won't nick at all. All right, we're almost towards the end actually. So next you're just gonna grab that towel, and you're just gonna lightly brush over all the areas you covered, and that's gonna get all those loose hairs off. Everything's gonna drop to the bottom of the shower, and like I said earlier, get that toilet paper, just scoop all the majority of it, throw it in the trash, and you're good to go. The last thing that I do, I find that after getting all the body hair off, it just kind of leaves my skin kind of dry and just like mildly irritated. So I like to apply a moisturizer at that point. So yeah, feel free to use whatever moisturizer you want. If you've seen any of my other skin videos, you know that I'm all about the emu oil. I prefer this brand because it is scented lavender or lemon, because the scent of emu oil can be a little bit weird, but it just moisturizes like no other, and it just absorbs like no other versus sitting on top of the skin like most lotions. All right guys, I hope this video was helpful for you. Again, the game changer was that specific body grooming trimmer by Panasonic. It just is the best. It's made everything so much quicker. Hopefully the other tips helped as well. Sorry I haven't been posting videos as much as usual. I started a menswear line this year, and it's been quite the undertaking. And I'm a one-man show at the moment, so it's just been a lot of work. If you guys are interested in it or you want to show any support, give a follow to the Insta page I have up for it right now, and join the mailing list so I can let you know as soon as it launches later this year, and any feedback on any of the current designs, because I have like the making of in my story highlights on that page that you can check out too. So yeah, thanks for stopping by my channel as always. Be sure to click subscribe before you go, as the channel grows, I can bring you guys more videos. So thanks again guys.